Hola, profe.
Good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, Regine.
Hello, teacher.
Si no se lo llevan a putear.
¡Cállate!
Okay, we are waiting to your partners that are in the web. Estrellita, what are you eating? What are you eating?
Tostadas
Perfect.
con atún.
Okay, boys.
Oh. Se escucha doble.
Yes. Okay, boys, we're going to start. Your webcams on, tus cámaras encendidas, you know.
No.
Okay.
Bueno, ya cállate.
May be developing too fast. In the future, we will have video games so realistic that Musk says that the speed of technology development.
Okay, again, ¿ya lo escuchan? ¿Sí se escucha el audio de la compu?
Is only getting faster, and that some things are maybe developing too fast. In the future, we will have video games so realistic that you won't be able to tell the difference between games and reality. From self-driving tunnel networks to...
Okay, complete the sentence with future perfect or future continuous, right? Using this bracket. No one? Come on.
Para empezar, hemos visto Future Perfect.
¿Cómo crees que sería? A tu pensar, ¿cómo crees que sería?
Como Will Have.
Ajá. O mira, voy a dar esta y ya checaría. Will have developed, ¿ok? Porque ya es fácil nada más saberlo. O sea, si yo se los digo, es facilísimo saberlo.
O sea, yo le dije nada más Will Have.
Exacto, will have y el verbo principal
Develop.
en pasado participio. ¿Vale? Sencillísimo, por eso les decía en un principio del año. Cuando teniendo los tres tiempos básicos, sin problemas. Los demás. Ok, continue. Ahora, ¿cómo crees que sería el futuro continuo?
Will have developing.
Sin el have.
Will developing.
Ah, puede ser. Uno de ellos, uno de los futuros. Y aquí tenemos dos, ¿no? Ahora vamos a continuar.
Driving tunnel networks to brain-controlled computers, we're going to take a look at how Elon Musk and the technology he is working on today will take us forward, creating the city of the future. Elon says that if you think about the future, you want it to be better than the past, a future that is exciting, and one that people want to be a part of. how will we get from one city to another? It's hard to imagine being able to fly from New York City to Shanghai in 39 minutes, or Sydney to London in 59 minutes. But this is something that is being worked on today by Elon and SpaceX. Elon compares space rockets to airplanes, saying that if you do not reuse a plane, it would cost up to $250 million to fly one way. But because you can use it tens of thousands of times, it becomes affordable. The same is true with rockets. A SpaceX rocket costs about $60 million. If the rocket can be used 1,000 times, it then costs $60,000 per flight. And by carrying a number of people, you can get the cost of a rocket flight down to the price of an economy airplane ticket. The Starship is the rocket being developed to take people to Mars, and it can be used to transport people from city to city.
Okay. Future
Will
perfect.
have traveled.
¿Eh?
Will have traveled.
Or future continuous. ¿Cuál de los dos crees que quede mejor?
Perfect, no?
People
Will have traveled.
will have travel. Be traveling.
Will be traveling. ¿Por qué se utiliza el be, profe?
El verbo to be
Sí.
para hacer el continuo. En este caso ya no usamos is, am o are para hacer el continuo.
Puro be.
Puro be, will be, traveling, will be, flying, will be. ¿Vale?
Ok.
¿Y se va comprendiendo?
Yes.
Es sencillo, tío, que es sencillo. Ya nada más es cuestión de ir agarrando los tiempos. Ok, continue.
From city to city. In a 2017 interview, Elon Musk said he is looking at this becoming a reality in the next 8 to 10 years. And if you can carry people in rockets, then you'll also be able to carry cargo. So if you live in New York, you can have a package delivered to you from Paris in 30 minutes. Another way of getting packages and goods from one part of a country to another will be by electric semi-trucks. Today, the Tesla Semi.
Ok.
Delivering.
Will.
Delivering.
Will have been by
Will have been by.
delivering method will have been implemented by electric semi-trucks. Will have been implemented by electric semi-trucks. Ok. Nada, será cambiar el will have y el by electric semi-trucks.
Ajá. Bueno, si me cambian las dos están bien, ¿no?
Sí.
Okay, continue.
The Tesla Semi still requires a human driver who can enable autopilot. But in the future, you will be seeing entirely driverless trucks pulling into cities, making deliveries, and turning straight around, making transportation cheaper, which could lower the price of buying things in cities. And electric trucks will be good for the environment.
Transportation. Prices will be having lower.
Transportation will be having lower prices, ¿ok? Repito, las dos están bien.
También.
Sí, están bien. Ahora ese es el sentido en el que le das. Los precios de transportación están siendo o serán bajos, ¿no? Y el otro es decir que los transportes serán a bajos precios. Pero ambas
Tendrán
están bien.
costos menores, ajá.
As 23% of greenhouse gases comes from the trucking industry. The thought of people traveling between cities by rockets will seem far-fetched by many, even though Elon says it could be only 8 to 10 years away. Another way of getting people from city to city would be by a hyperloop. Elon Musk asks that when you think about a new transportation system, what would you want? Ideally, you want something that costs half the price to travel, is twice as fast, can't crash, is immune to the weather, and is self-powered by solar panels. It would take you 2 hours by car to get from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, but with a Hyperloop, it would take 12 minutes. Hyperloop stations, or portals, would be inside cities, unlike airports, making it easier and faster to travel around. A number of Hyperloop routes are currently being planned out.
Hyperloop stations.
Hyperloop station.
¿Se utiliza el Wii?
Sí.
Sí.
Sería will be built.
Will be
Built.
past. Ok, sería will have built o will be building.
A building.
Ahí checamos. Will have built.
Sorry. Will have built.
Being planned out. And being able to pop up in another city in a matter of minutes would be like a tourist attraction that people would want to visit. Elon says that if you come up with new technology, it should feel like that. Let's move in closer and take a look inside these futuristic electric cities. Most people would imagine cars and drones flying around in a futuristic city, but this isn't realistic to Elon, since flying cars will be
Will
Have been.
Have been like that. Ok, negativo nada más, ¿no?
Cars will be noisy, produce a lot of wind, and have a number of safety issues. They will also be affected by the weather. Tunnels might seem like an old, boring technology, but Elon is going to make them a lot more exciting. Why do we have city buildings that are in 3D and a road network that is mostly one level? Elon believes that the solution to urban traffic is a network of tunnels that go deep under our cities, since you can always go deeper than you can go upwards. He says that the deepest mines are deeper than the tallest buildings. So why not have a network of tunnels that go 20, 30, 40, or 50 levels deep, where cars can go up to 200 kilometers an hour as
People.
You want to watch again? ¿Quieren verlo de nuevo?
Sí.
Okay, pay attention.
produce a lot of wind and have a number of safety issues. They will also be affected by the weather. Tunnels might seem like an old, boring technology, but Elon is going to make them a lot more exciting. Why do we have city buildings that are in 3D and a road network that is mostly one level? Elon believes that the solution to urban traffic is a network of tunnels that go deep under our cities, since you can always go deeper than you can go upwards. He says that the deepest mines are deeper than the tallest buildings. So why not have a network of tunnels that go 20, 30, 40, or 50 levels deep, where cars can go up to 200 kilometers an hour as railing.
People will be traveling. By
what?
tunnels
Acá hay
under
otra.
our cities.
Se escuchó cortado otra vez.
By deeper tunnels.
By deeper.
By deeper tunnels under our cities.
Okay, perfect.
Kilometers an hour as railings guide the car, since your autopilot takes over when you enter the tunnel system. But creating a tunnel is slow and expensive, which is why this has not been done before. What will make having 30 to 50 levels of tunnels possible in the future will be electric and self-driving cars, along with a new tunnel digger. The Boring Company is working on making this a possibility. Elon says that the first thing that needs to be done is to cut down the tunnel size. Tunnels today need to be
will have cut.
The tunnel size will have cut. Tendrá que ser cortado, ¿no?
Tunnels today need to be large, allowing for crashes, emergency vehicles, and ventilation for gas-powered cars. This can all be eliminated by using self-driving electric cars, shrinking down the size of a tunnel to more than half. The second thing that needs to be done is to build a faster digger, one that can dig and reinforce the tunnel at the
Okay, to
A digger will have built faster. A digger will have built faster.
a faster digger.
A faster digger.
Una cavadora más rápida, ¿no? Tendrá
force the tunnel at the same time. A trip from Westwood to LAX Airport, which takes 20 to 55 minutes depending on traffic on normal roads, will only take 5 to 6 minutes in a Boring Company tunnel. Elon believes that in 10 years it will be unusual for cars to be built that are not fully self-driving, as they are getting close to being 100 to 200% safer than a human driver. He says that getting into a car will be like getting into an elevator and pushing a button. We used to have elevator operators who controlled the levers, and take it for granted that it is all automatic today. It is the falling prices of lithium-ion batteries that is making it possible to see more electric cars and other forms of transport on the streets, along with more houses powered by solar panels. And batteries.
People will be using.
People.
People will be using.
Will be more cars than
Es que aquí puede ser more cars, more electric cars o electric cars more.
More electric cars, ¿no? Suena más lógico. People will be using more electric cars. O, como dice Yayo, electric cars will be using... No, sí queda así. Pues nos faltaría el by, ¿no? More electric cars will be used by people. Como si fuera pasivo.
And batteries are what Tesla's main expertise is in. Tesla is building gigafactories. These factories are making lithium-ion batteries along with other parts for Tesla cars and energy products. Elon Musk says that it would take 100 gigafactories to give humanity enough battery capacity to go fully renewable. There are 2 gigafactories in the United States, with another one under construction in China, and Tesla have just announced plans for another gigafactory in Germany. The future will come from being able to store energy, and the whole world can go.
Okay. Okay.
Germany.
Gigafactory. Factory. A gigafactory, yes,
I know.
will be constructing in Germany.
Will be constructed in Germany like that?
Yes.
Perfect.
The whole world can go renewable with 100 gigafactories. As our cities and lives become electrified, everything will also be connected. This will be because of Starlink, a project by SpaceX. It aims to launch thousands of satellites into orbit, creating a constellation, providing internet access even in places where people don't have internet today. SpaceX launched the first batch of satellites in May 2019.
Okay. Thanks to SpaceX, people will, of course, but will what? Will be?
Will have.
Okay, it is will be having or will have had?
Will have had.
Will have had?
Yes.
In future perfect? Like that? Will have had? Okay, will have had.
They now have 122 orbiting the Earth and are planning to deploy tens of thousands. And in the long term, a version of this constellation internet will be deployed as a communication system around Mars. Let's take a look at our day-to-day lives inside an Elon Musk city of the future. For example, even where we get our food is going to be different in the future. Elon Musk's brother, Kimball Musk, is a board member of SpaceX and Tesla, and is also a co-founder of Square Roots, a company that is building shipping container vertical farms in cities. As this is a more sustainable and healthier way of growing food, you can...
Okay, future perfect or future continuous?
Ya son 1:30, ¿eh? ¿Ya 1:30? Ya casi empieza, en media hora, ¿eh?
Food will have grown.
Will have grown?
Yes.
Imperfect?
Yes.
Food will have grown in vertical farms. Will be growing. Estarán creciendo. Present future continuous. Estarán creciendo. Okay. Okay, continue.
You can find a link in the description below to the video we made on how the future of farming is in our cities. With these city farms, you will be able to get your greens from farm to table in 4 hours. And Kimball says that the tech being used today to farm food in climate-controlled city spaces will also be used on Mars. Now imagine being dropped off at work in your completely self-driving Tesla car. But it does not have to sit in a parking lot waiting for you. It can go back out by itself, and could even make money for you by picking up passengers and dropping them off. You could schedule when it can be shared and when you need it ready for yourself. And you will even have the option of only sharing it with friends and family. That is 100% of what will happen, Elon says. It's just a question of when. But what happens when all driving becomes autonomous? Since the largest employer
Driving
Driving.
will has become autonomous.
10%.
No, 100% autonomous.
Driving wheel has become 100% autonomous. Perfect.
the largest employer in the world have people driving in some way, such as taxis and truck drivers. Elon says that since there will be fewer jobs that a robot can't do better, a universal income will be necessary, where people are given a set income without needing to work for it. So in a futuristic city where a lot of today's jobs don't exist, what is going to be taught in the schools? Elon Musk created a school. It started out being for his own children and a few children of employees at SpaceX. It's even located on the SpaceX campus and is called Ad Astra, which means to the stars. Elon breaks down education as the downloading of data and algorithms into your brain, which is being done really badly in traditional schools. His method...
What's up, Srita? What's up with you?
Hablaste como perro. Education data.
Data, okay.
Will be downloading.
Will be downloading. Okay, but the future continues.
Education data and algorithms. And algorithms will be downloading into the brain.
Education will be downloading data and algorithms into the brain.
Wow. Okay.
His method is to gamify learning. The more you can make learning like a game, the better. And if you can explain why things are being taught, it makes a huge difference in a child's motivation. At Ad Astra, they don't make kids go through different grades like an assembly line, since children have different abilities at different levels. They focus on teaching problem solving, such as how engines work. The children explore non-traditional...
What? Students
will be learning by solving problems method.
Students will be learning by solving problems method. Okay. Perfect. Okay, future continues.
Non-traditional topics such as robotics and artificial intelligence, even studying the ethics of AI. Elon's advice to anyone is to try and learn as much as possible that allows you to predict or create things for the future, since the best way to predict the future is to invent it. And also study physics, especially the thinking process around physics, since it's the best way of understanding our future. So how will kids and adults spend their free time in the city of the future? By playing crazy video games that we can't even imagine what they will be like today.
Okay. First of all, future perfect or future continuous?
Will be.
Will what?
Future time.
Diego?
This is down.
Okay, fair.
Will be spending. Pero ¿por qué sería will be spending playing?
Playing is, it isn't a verb, it isn't a noun.
Okay.
Adding ing, it's a noun.
Will be spending playing video games.
Well, okay, fair say that this will be spending. You just say the same, so let's try. Okay, will spend it. In this case, playing isn't the verb in continuous. It's
Noun.
a noun. Yeah.
Okay.
Playing video games, it's a noun.
Elon likes to point out that only 40 years ago, the most advanced game was Pong, which was 2 rectangles and a dot. Today, you have photorealistic games that millions of people can play together. You have VR sets and force feedback gloves. In the future, people will be playing inside games that will be indistinguishable from reality.
People will be playing realistic fight inside realistic fight inside realistic fight video game.
Like that? Playing will people will be playing inside realistic height video games.
Will be playing quite realistic inside video
Okay,
games.
changing inside and quiet.
Will be playing quite realistic.
Quiet es como ligeritos, calmados. O en este
And
caso,
even if you
quite
slow the
realistic,
incredibly
pero le
fast
pongo pausa. Quite realistic sería como muy cercano a la realidad, ¿ok? Cambia aquí el significado. Quite solito es como calmaditos, quietos. Pero quite realistic es como muy cercano a la realidad.
development of video game technology way down, you still end up in a world where you won't be able to tell the difference between reality and a video game. This then begs the question, how do we know that this has not already happened in the past? How do we know that we are not inside one of those games right now, inside a simulation? Elon says that we are building progressively greater intelligence, and that the percentage of intelligence that is not human is increasing. He compares humans to a bootloader, which is
the human intelligence will have been will not have been increased dramatically.
Increased dramatically?
Yes. The not human.
Intelligence?
Ah, okay.
It's like artificial intelligence, no?
Artificial intelligence.
which is a tiny bit of code used to start up a computer. Elon says that you can think of humans as a biological bootloader for starting a digital superintelligence. So there needs to be some sort of merger between biological and machine intelligence.
Okay.
A biological intelligence machine.
Biological intelligence machine.
Machine. Will have done between merge. ¿Y ese último espacio qué?
Espacio. A biological intelligence machine will have done between merge. No, eso raro.
What's the meaning of mesh, teacher?
Como unir. Mezclar, más o menos unir, mezclar.
Merge between, entonces, ¿no?
Merge between. Pero aún así está raro.
A ver, a biological intelligence machine.
No podría ser mejor primero machine.
¿Cómo?
No. Es que
A ver,
aquí.
No te escuché, Diego. O mándamelo por el chat porque te oyes bien cortado.
a machine will
machine.
have done.
O sea, un machine.
Huh. No. Machine will have done.
Ok, siento que aquí tienes que machine y biological intelligence tienes que unirlos. O sea, sería como a machine merge.
Ajá, por eso es lo que. Ajá.
¿Eh?
Will have.
¿No?
No,
¿Alguien?
está bien raro.
Algo así, para que se den una
A
pista.
ver.
Para que se den una pista. ¿No?
A merge between biological machine and
Ok, el espacio está mal, pero ahí está.
biological.
Biological machine.
Machine.
Ok. Y la última, the last one.
Since we will be too slow keeping up with AI, creating a crisis in the future. It is all about the connection speed between your brain and your digital world. Our output is getting slower. Before, we used keyboards with 10 fingers, and now we use 2 thumbs on a phone. Elon explains that computers can communicate at 1 trillion bits per second, while our thumbs can do 10 to 100 bits per second. We made a video, link in the description, that talked about how Amazon's Alexa could be a step in connecting our brains to our digital world. Alexa's voice control has been built into over 20,000 devices, allowing for faster, multitasking commands. For example, as you watch TV, you can ask the Wi-Fi router to turn off just for your children's devices when it's time for them to sleep. But Elon Musk is in a different world when it comes to connecting our brains to computers. He and a team are developing something called Neuralink. Threads and a chip will be implanted into the brain that will communicate to a wearable pod.
Ok, se nos acaba el tiempo.
A
Menos de
technology
30
called
segundos.
Neuralink will have been perfect. Will have been.
Perfecto. Sale, chavo. Nos vemos.
Oh,
Nos
loco.
quedan como 5 segundos. Nos vemos en otra clase.
Sí.